Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be comparing Sellvia versus Shopify. Which is better? What is the difference between these two e-commerce platforms? That's what we're going to be diving in here in today's video. And before we dive in, I do want to mention that first link down in the description box below will take you right over to a Shopify 14-day free trial. If you want to get signed up with Shopify, go ahead and use that first link down in the description box. That's brentvalesky.com/Shopify. It will take you right over to that 14-day free trial. If you want to help out and support the channel, then you can go ahead and do that at the link below. I will also include a link over to Sellvia as well if you want to get started with a 14-day free trial to Sellvia as well. That's brentvalesky.com/Sellvia. That will be the second link down in the description box below. So feel free to follow along if you want to try out either of the platforms, whether it be Sellvia or Shopify. Go ahead and you can try those out for 14 days on each of those free trials, whether it be Shopify or Sellvia. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the comparison in today's video. So first and foremost, I want to define both platforms at the beginning. So what exactly is Sellvia to begin with? I have reviews of both of these platforms. I've talked about them both on the channel many times before, but Sellvia is first and foremost a drop shipping platform for US products from their California warehouse. So Sellvia, they have two different main plans that they offer. They have regular Sellvia, which is predominantly just the drop shipping products that you have access to be able to import and sell in your online store. And then you also have Sellvia Pro, and we'll be diving into both of those as well, where Sellvia Pro is a full-fledged e-commerce store where you can build out a brand new e-commerce store. So say if you're brand new, you don't already have an e-commerce store, then Sellvia Pro makes more sense for you. And then just regular Sellvia is just if you already have an e-commerce store where you just want to add and import more dropshipping products. Shopify, on the other hand, is a e-commerce platform and an online store provider. In a nutshell, that is their main primary focus. You could sell any kind of products that you want on Shopify. Shopify is an e-commerce platform and online store builder wide open to sell any kind of products that you want on the Shopify platform, whether it be drop shipping, whether it be your own print on demand or your own physical products, digital products. Really, you can sell anything that you want on Shopify. It's a much more open, much more expansive product offering in general, because you can add a bunch of different apps and plugin, or really just apps, plugins, anything that you want onto your Shopify store, because it is the Shopify platform. It's an online store builder, and it's not necessarily just directly catered to dropshipping. You could do anything that you really want on a Shopify store. That's really the biggest difference between Shopify and Sellvia, just comparing them as a whole. Now, you can do an e-commerce store with either of them, depending on what you want. Now, I do want to also mention the pricing differences. So let's go into the pricing now. Of course, the pricing is accurate as of the making of today's video. All of that is subject to change. So taking a look at Sellvia pricing right here. As you can see here, you have Sellvia and Sellvia Pro. So as I mentioned before, Sellvia, the regular version, is just for, importing those products, similar to any other type of dropshipping plugin or dropshipping app that you may have seen on Shopify before. Sellvia allows you to just import those 1 to 3 US type based products from Sellvia's product catalog into your online store. And that really pretty much operates like every other dropshipping app out there, whether it be for Shopify, for WooCommerce, WordPress, or Squarespace, or BigCommerce, or really any other kind of online platform out there. That's how Sellvia operates, whereas Sellvia Pro does give you the entire online store built on WordPress, and you can host it directly with Sellvia all in one price at that $39 per month with Sellvia Pro as well. So it depends on what you really want. If you don't already have an online store through Shopify, for example, then Sellvia Pro can make a ton of sense through WordPress. That's what Sellvia is built on, is the WordPress platform. Then you can import, and they give you hosting, domain name, and all the things that you need to build a full-fledged online store or e-commerce store with Sellvia Pro. So if that's what you want, then that's what you can get with Sellvia Pro, is the full online store experience. Whereas with Shopify, that's the online store is what you get with Shopify. So with Shopify pricing, as you can see, their basic is at $29 a month. So it is a little bit cheaper if you just want the online store. However, if you do plan on selling Sellvia products, say for example, you wanted to do regular Sellvia in a Shopify store, like through the Shopify App Store, you can install Sellvia as a Shopify app directly onto your Shopify store. It's going to be a bit more expensive if you do, if you combine a Shopify store plus Sellvia. It is a bit more expensive to do that, of course, because then you're paying for really both platforms at the end of the day. Of course, that does give you maybe a little bit more flexibility as types of different apps or different products that you want to sell or import to your Shopify store. But that is additional cost that you will want to consider if you're trying to do both Shopify with Sellvia. Of course, a lot of people love the Shopify platform, so if it makes sense for you, then you could do that. But it would be cheaper to just go with Sellvia Pro and build it on WordPress instead, because that includes your hosting and your website and all of that within the Sellvia Pro package. So yeah, if you did just regular Shopify basic, then you'd have the $29 a month here, and then you'd also need to pay the the $39 a month for the regular Sellvia plan. So that's a big pricing difference to compare there, at least if you're looking at the pricing, of course. Maybe if you really like Shopify as a platform, then maybe you just want to do Shopify anyway. Maybe if you don't like WordPress, then that's something to consider, because Sellvia Pro is built on WordPress, whereas you could just do, you just have a regular Shopify store. So if you prefer Shopify, then you could go with that method as well. That is just something to consider as far as the differences between the two platforms. Now, Sellvia, as you can see here, they do have, you can import your products directly. So this is what it would look like on the Shopify dashboard if you had it installed as a Shopify app. As you can see here, you can import the fast shipping time based products directly to your Shopify store through Sellvia. As you can see here, all you have to do is just click place order. You can import your products directly into your Shopify store's dashboard and do drop shipping right through Shopify platform with Sellvia, of course. So, and as I mentioned before, if you don't already have a Shopify store and this is the way you want to do it, of course, you can get set up, link down below for your Shopify, 14-day free trial if you want to get started with your free trial on Shopify. Now, in addition, the Sellvia platform, this is kind of what it looks like here if you want to import products into your WordPress store. So you do have the flexibility if you want to use Sellvia. It is compatible with Shopify, like I mentioned before. It's compatible with Shopify, and Sellvia is also compatible with WordPress. So you have that flexibility there depending on what platform you feel more comfortable with or how you want to import your products. Of course, this is kind of what it looks like here, what it would look like in a WordPress dashboard. Very similar, a little bit different, just depends on your personal preferences really between the two. Of course, the WordPress Sellvia Pro option is going to be a lot cheaper in the long run. So that's something to compare if you want like more of an all-in-one solution, so you're not paying out to two different platform providers. But really, that's kind of the biggest difference between a Shopify or a WordPress. Really, if you're looking at comparing like Sellvia versus Shopify, Sellvia versus Shopify, Sellvia is just the drop shipping platform. They also offer the WordPress hosting and all of that kind of stuff if you want the all-in-one package with like Sellvia Pro. But Sellvia in itself is just the drop shipping solution for selling their US products from their warehouse that they have. Whereas Shopify is the e-commerce platform in itself. It'd be maybe more of a comparison if you're trying to compare between maybe Shopify versus WordPress, which I have a video of that on the channel as well. If you're looking at more in-depth comparison between those two platforms, that would really be the biggest difference if you're trying to decide, between like regular Sellvia or Sellvia Pro, or if you're trying to decide if you want to use Shopify or Sellvia and then the Sellvia Pro platform. It's more of a comparison between like WordPress is built on the Sellvia Pro platform. So it'd be more like WordPress versus Shopify if you're trying to decide between those two. So hopefully that kind of clears that up. Hopefully that explains that platform difference. That's predominantly really the biggest difference between the two. I like both platforms personally. Shopify used many a times, WordPress as well. Both are really good options as far as everything that you could want out of an online store. I'm going to say Shopify is definitely the more expensive solution compared to like a WordPress platform with Sellvia and Sellvia Pro. So that's something to consider. If you just want to save money, then you probably would rather just go with Sellvia Pro. But if you want the Shopify experience, you like the Shopify app, you like all the different flexibility of Shopify and being able to sell really whatever you want within your Shopify store. Maybe you just like the UI, UX. It's a little bit easier for you to use and understand. Maybe you already have a Shopify store and you just want to add some more products, then you could also do that as well and just import those products through Sellvia into your Shopify store. So really, it's up to you to decide. It's kind of personal preference. Obviously one is more expensive, one's cheaper. But that's really the biggest differences to understand when comparing Sellvia versus Shopify. So guys, once again, check out those first two links down in the description box below if you want to get signed up with Shopify and start your 14-day free trial, or if you want to get signed up with Sellvia and start your 14-day free trial, you can feel free to do that at the links down below in the description box. It is one way to support and help out the channel. Guys, if you enjoyed the video or found this helpful, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and a notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that is all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.